Welcome everybody. As I mentioned, 16th annual Mid-Atlantic CCDC. Each year we pick a theme around which we design the entire competition. And we've done this from the get-go. And we've covered everything from secure voting to mass transit to disinformation, sort of news media. We did industrial control systems. We've done natural disasters, man-made disasters, you name it. There isn't a scenario I don't think we've done. And this year, we decided to settle on a pandemic theme. Last year felt a little too sort of too early to do that. So everything is sort of branded around the virus, and the student teams are going to be working for a fictitious company called the Big Time Health Organization. And specifically, the student teams are working for a division within the Big Time Health Organization called the National Emergency Response Division. And the National Emergency Response Division is, amongst other things, responsible for interfacing with state agencies, specifically state governments and the health organizations within the states, and federal agencies. And they're, amongst other things, collecting state and federal data on all sorts of things, vaccination numbers, deaths, you name it. And as a sort of data science focused organization, the National Emergency Response Division then makes that data publicly available. And so the software, the operating systems, any web applications, any of the tasks that students have to complete over the next 2 days of the competition, which starts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. will revolve around that scenario and that theme. So should be fun and exciting. So in terms of just this job fair, which is what we're here for today, you can send chat. You can use the Zoom group chat feature if you'd like. You can send to everybody, or you can choose individuals. I think we have it set it up for participants to be able to chat directly together. Just know that whatever you put in the chat is saved automatically, and the host, that's myself, can see it. So that's how you can ask questions if you'd like, if you have any throughout. How this is going to work is I'm going to quit talking and we're going to go in order. As I've got slides set up, each sponsor is going to do a short briefing, about 5 minutes right now. They're going to talk about their organizations, and they're going to share with you what they do and why you should think about working with them and whatnot. And then after that, we'll take about a 5 to 10 minute break. You can go grab a drink or whatnot. And what I'm going to do is I've got 5 Zoom breakout rooms set up, and they're named for each of the sponsors that are here to talk to potential recruits, if you will, hirees, interns. And that 5 to 10 minutes will give me a chance to just open those breakout rooms, make sure each of the sponsors gets to the appropriate breakout room. You can select as a participant which breakout room you want to visit. And so you can choose manually. And I'm going to visit each of those breakout rooms in that 10-minute break and make sure that each of our sponsors, that you all have the appropriate host permissions. And then students, you're free to jump between the different breakout rooms. So if you want to, and I encourage you to do that, you should absolutely go and visit each of the sponsors' breakout rooms. It'd be the equivalent of, if we were doing this face-to-face, there'd be tables set up and you would go and you would visit each table and you'd learn about, right, what jobs are available. And, and usually we have swag available. Unfortunately, virtually tough to do that. So you'll be able to bounce between rooms. You'll be able to leave a breakout room and join another one. So that's what will happen in that 5 to 10 minute break. And that's it. I'll keep the session open till, I think we've got till 3 p.m. today. There's no reason we have to go that long, but I'm happy to provide that time if folks want it to have conversations and whatnot. So this is the order in which now we will go to do our little dog and pony show. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. And Brett, I'm going to turn it over to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Casey. First, we are really excited to be a sponsor of this regional competition. We've been involved in NCCDC and the regional events going back to, I think, 2014. So this is important to us as a company. The connection with this workforce and plugging into the opportunities that you provide to companies like us is critically important, and exposing the types of exciting jobs that are out there available, as you're rolling into your internships, as you're rolling into your future when you decide what you want to be when you grow up, is really exciting. We love what we've been able to do. We love the partnership we've had with some of the other sponsors, and especially some of the government sponsors, and plugging this workforce, these competitors into those types of customers. So we're really excited. Congratulations on getting to this level. Best of luck and getting to the nationals. It's a pretty exciting time. Raytheon is a rather large company. Probably depending upon how you cite sizes of companies, probably the second or third largest national defense contracting force in the nation. And we do a lot in cyber. Everything we touch has some aspect of cybersecurity involved with it, whether it's major weapon systems or platforms or sensors or radars, or whether it's our contributions to the national cyber mission at the DoD level, or at the national intelligence levels, or with groups like the Department of Homeland Security. These things are important to us. It's a big part of our business. And the past year has been pretty trying. Not only the pandemic and the remote workforce, the remote connections that we've all been driven to have exposed a lot of vulnerabilities in that cyber fabric that adversaries have taken advantage of. But going back to December and looking at what happened with the SolarWinds cybersecurity supply chain breach, you take a look at what happened right after that with Microsoft announcing the Exchange server vulnerability, and then of course down in Florida with the Olmsted wastewater treatment plant, that attack there, all very significant events that expose vulnerabilities in our national critical infrastructure today, with our national government today, and really demand a lot of attention and a lot of talent. There's just not enough really quality individuals, quality people to help us and to help the government attack these things. So it's been a really challenging time. But it's not just those things that you see that keep Raytheon busy, that would keep people like you busy. It's things that you don't see. When we look at how do you develop offensive and exploitation cyber capabilities, the government needs that kind of help too. What types of skill sets, what types of aptitude help our nation stay one step ahead of our adversaries and provide a capability to defend the nation. That's a key part of what companies like Raytheon do. If we look at cyber analytics and intelligence collection activities and understanding how we help our customers, whether they're commercial or whether they're government, that's a key part of the types of work that we do today as well. What we do is typically related to some of our most critical national mission needs. That's really what Raytheon does. That's where we focus. That's what we're best at. And so we stay busy in those realms. It's an exciting area, and we're just glad to be a part of this. We're glad to expose these types of opportunities to you. Feel free to talk to our team and the other teams about these types of activities. We'd love to share a lot of information with you, and congratulations. And with that, Casey, I'll turn that back over to you.
Thank you very much, Brett. And thanks to Raytheon Intelligence and Space. They've been a presenting sponsor. This is going on our second year in a row. You also had a merger about this time last year too. Is that right?
We did, Casey. Raytheon is a large company in and of itself, but we merged right at a year ago, almost to the day, with another large company called United Technologies, which involves Collins Aerospace and Pratt and Whitney. and that's been merged in with Raytheon. We're now called Raytheon Technologies, and it's really a powerful and very diverse set of opportunities for somebody that's looking for a job in the cyber world.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Brett. All right. Do we have anybody here from Palo Alto?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Mike, of course.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind here. Mike, all right. You're up, sir.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Mike Bullock. I've been with Palo Alto Networks for about 6 years now. And my role at the company is I'm the technical university recruiting manager for the company. So mainly all those R&D, IT, InfoSec type positions. So yeah, I know that our company has been involved with CCDC for a long time as well. And a lot of what Brett was saying about Raytheon's involvement kind of mirrors why we want to get involved as well. So I think if I had some people from my academy team, I know they've probably got some relationships with Raytheon as well, because we've been involved for several years now. I've been involved with the CCDC, both regional and national events for probably 5 years since I've been at the company. And I just really enjoy being at the events. So it's a shame that we can't do this in person, because it is a lot of fun for me to learn a lot about the technology and the technical side of things as a recruiter. But it's also a great opportunity for me to chat with all of you students as well, and hopefully get you a job as well. So I do have a very, very short presentation as well. I reduced it from about 30 slides to a lot less, so I won't bore you too much. So I'll share my screen as well. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see that. So Palo Alto Networks, who are we? So essentially, we are one of the world's leading cybersecurity companies, and all we do is cybersecurity. If I was going to describe what we do to my mum, who's not technical at all, I'd say we build security products for security professionals. So if you think about our main product being our next generation firewall, that is the product that we've really kind of grown around. Recently, we have expanded into cloud security as well, but there's a little slide on those products too. But first of all, I think it's good to highlight our culture. So here are our kind of key values, and I think a lot of them kind of make sense when you think about cybersecurity. The disruption one is one I particularly like to highlight. How can we continue to keep people secure if we're being disrupted by other people? So we have a disruption value in the company where we want you to come into the company and help us disrupt ourselves before someone else disrupts us. I usually go in a different order to that. I think to be disruptive, we have to be inclusive of all types of people to give all kinds of fresh ideas to the company. Then we have to collaborate well as well. If we work with integrity, then we can execute very quickly and keep ourselves ahead of those threat actors out there. And also, I know we have competition for sponsoring today as well. We have to try and keep ahead of each other as tech companies as well. Product overview. We have three main pillars within the company. So Strata, Prisma, and Cortex, very much kind of these are the outward external brand marketing terms. But essentially Strata is our firewall and mostly our network security side. Prisma is our cloud security, and Cortex is more kind of endpoint security as well. So all these kind of pillars work separately and individually, but also together as well, which allows us to kind of move fairly quickly in those product areas. I'm not going to go too much into the detail on this slide, but kind of a little bit more detail on what each of those product pillars does. More than happy to talk more about that if you want to join our breakout room as well. And then career opportunities, just to highlight, this is pretty late in the recruiting season. So we don't really have many full-time opportunities, mainly internships right now. And even then, we don't have hundreds left. We kind of have tens left. But here's the kind of areas that we'd look at. So mainly R&D would be our biggest area. Go to market in terms of support and sales will be a lot of opportunities. There's technical opportunities in both those areas too. IT and InfoSec. InfoSec will probably be the one that most people are interested in. So yeah, we're always happy to talk about roles there as well. It's also one of our smallest teams. So opportunities are limited. Our internship program this year, just so everyone is aware, it will be fully virtual. We are still looking at when we can get back into the office. There is some teams in the office. For our hardware teams will still be in their labs. But for everyone else, like the intern program will be fully virtual. And then just to kind of going on from the intern program, we have our LEAP new grad program as well. So there is a continuation of the education and professional development that we give you, not just from the internship, but going on for the next couple of years once you join full-time as well. So I would love to kind of connect with anyone that wants to find out more about Palo Alto Networks. But also to echo what Brett said, good luck to everyone in the competition. And I wish you all well.
Thank you, Mike. And thanks for your continued support of our region. I know you support other regions as well. At least 3 or 4 years now, Palo Alto has made available, starting with the qualifiers, essentially a virtual firewall appliance and a course that students can work through. And I sent to Jim Boardman, Mike, who you work with, some feedback from some of the educators who absolutely love that material and love that course. And we've got Palo Alto virtual appliances in play in the regional finals network. And so the student teams are going to get a lot of hands-on the next couple of days with that appliance. So should be fun.
It's always nice when we find students that have used our products. Definitely helps us if we can hire some of you as well, because knowing the product is pretty important, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah. Yes. Great. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Let me go to my little cheat sheet here. All right. So we've got from Ceiling Technology Inc., Tony and Sydney. You all are up next.
Yeah, hi, Casey. Thanks for having us. And a pleasure to meet all the other sponsors as well. So I'm Tony Afontis. I work for Ceiling Technologies. I'm the senior network security engineer, I guess. I've been here about 6 years and I've worked through a myriad of projects. It has just been a blast. And I'm a CCDC alum. I played Mid-Atlantic CCDC back in 2013, 2014, I think. I even hung out during 2015 because I couldn't get enough, but I wasn't allowed to play. But, and it's because I absolutely love digital forensics incident response. And it was from CCDC that I actually got my job where I am. Not immediately afterwards, but there was a girl who was on my team and she got hired at Ceiling Technologies. And after about a year of finishing CCDC with her, she called me and said, "Hey, Tony, this great company I work for is looking for a networking and firewall engineer. And I remember you got your Cisco certification. Would you like to come work for us?" And I started here nearly 6 years ago and haven't looked back. We do all kinds of awesome projects. The federal space is where our primary customer is, government and DoD. I think Brett mentioned, a lot of the big events that happened recently, right? The SolarWinds breach, the Microsoft Exchange vulnerabilities. And within the DoD, the people that go out and do the incident response or help to do the incident response are called CPTs. They're called cyber protection teams. And one of the things that we do is we help provide those cyber protection teams their tool sets and their kits that they actually fly out with and actually perform incident response. And it's a lot of fun. So we're on the engineering side, right? We meet with all of these operation teams, these people who are forward facing, sitting in their socks and knocks. And we decide, what do they need to help them operate better, to help them be more efficient? And then we go back and we build those solutions that fit their needs. And it's really a lot of fun. If you like, spinning up VMs, containers, we have tons of Kubernetes clusters back at the lab. In fact, K3S. And we got a couple of platforms on that. So if you really enjoy research and development and cutting edge technology, we're trying to build some of that into the solutions that we can then provide to the DoD for those mission partners who are doing real cyber missions, who are doing incident response and digital forensics. They need cutting edge tools to help stay ahead, and they need us to build them. Us and the other partners that are here as well. So together we are all one force. Fighting against the evil in the cyberspace. So it has absolutely been a lot of fun. And we sponsor MACCDC, the Mid-Atlantic region here, because I'm homegrown, right? Born and raised in Maryland, and so is our company. And we want to stay local. Myself and other people in my company have played in CCDC. So there's a whole like breeding ground. This is really an awesome breeding ground for really awesome potential hires. We have a couple of internships. I hope maybe my partner Sydney will speak about that if you want to join us in our breakout room. Every year we do a couple of interns. I don't know how many we have left. Like others have mentioned, it's a little
I
bit
have
late in the
about 5
season.
slots left
Ooh.
right now, Tony. Yes.
All right. So I'll see you guys in the breakout room. But we do this because this is absolutely the best place. You are all here because you are trying to be the best of the best, and you're achieving more than your peers. You've joined your cyber defense team at your school. You guys are spinning up VMs, you're hacking each other, you're defending each other, and you enjoy the hunt, right? And that's why we sponsor this, because that's what we like to do inside our company. And that's what I like to do personally as well. So I just happen to find a great company that fits me. And if that's not Ceiling Tech for you guys, I'm sure there's lots of other opportunities, but I'd love for you guys to come join me. And I think that's about all I have. I love this. I'm excited for you all. I wish I could participate. You know, maybe Casey will let me in the back door or something. We'll see. But but I absolutely love it. Good luck to all of you. And I look forward to seeing you all in the breakout room. Sydney, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't. That was awesome, Tony.
Cool. Thank you, Casey. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you
Good
all.
luck,
And
everyone.
yeah, thank you. Ceiling Tech is our newest sponsor. This is the first year that they've sponsored the Mid-Atlantic CCDC. So welcome to the family, and be sure to go and check out their breakout room. So, okay, moving right along. CrowdStrike. For CrowdStrike, we have Julie, Ben, and Craig. Did I miss anybody? Okay.
Oh, that's it for us.
Okay.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, folks.
Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate everything that CCDC does for your, just the cybersecurity community. Obviously, this is really important to us, and we're just really glad that we have this opportunity to share, what we do and how we do it. Of course, when we go into our breakout rooms, we'll probably get into a little bit more depth about who we are, and my colleagues, my wonderful colleagues who are joining us today. I have Craig Son and Ben Shell, both from the Falcon Complete team, who will be talking a little bit more about the day-to-day and what it's like working at CrowdStrike in that respect. Who we are. CrowdStrike Services blends real-world cybersecurity with cutting-edge technologies, of course, to understand cyber intrusions and proactively assess and identify adversaries. So we stop breaches. That's really it. We don't have a mission statement. We're on a mission to stop those breaches. We've been around for a little bit, and honestly, the reason people choose us is because they understand the value. We have some really great, consultants who give the expertise that is just, invaluable as well. We're improving on the protection and reducing the complexity of it all and how it's done. We're really glad that we're able to talk to you guys because we're growing. We're growing quite big, quite fast. As of this year, we have 3,000 employees in 26 offices globally, and it's still growing. We unfortunately have, filled the majority of the roles for our summer 2021 internship. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any left. We have about a couple roles right now, one with Falcon Complete that will be coming down the pike, I believe, as an intern position, and another one for security awareness game development, which is really, really cool. It's very different, something that we're trying out, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Our internship program is really just in-depth and trying to get the students to engage and understand every aspect of CrowdStrike and what we do here. We have mentors that are assigned to each intern. We have, of course, the one-on-one feedback with your managers that you'll have weekly, lots of projects that you'll be a part of, lots of events that we put on as well. And of course, it is a paid internship, and there's a 401k plan. Like, who thought of that? Like, I didn't have that. I had a stipend for a train, I think, when I was an intern. So it's great stuff. We've had really great feedback from the interns who have joined us in the past. Of course, it's going to be virtual this year, unfortunately, due to our situation, but that's fine. We did it virtually last year and it was a hit, so we believe that it'll be a hit again as well. We just want you guys to understand that we're here, we're open, and we can't wait to talk to you guys in the breakout rooms. It's a pleasure to be here. We always want to support CCDC with everything we have because you guys just bring us the best and the brightest always. And congratulations for making it this far, and good luck for the Nationals. Okay, so I guess that's really it for me. I guess we'll talk more in the breakout rooms.
Great. Thanks, Julie. And good to have you all on board, also as a new sponsor this year. And last but not least, our friends from the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab. I mentioned earlier that we typically run the regional finals face-to-face at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, which is, for those not from the Maryland, DC, Northern Virginia area, is between Baltimore and Washington, DC. And we've run our regional finals there when we've been able to since 2010, and Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab's been a strong partner. Any of the branding you see this year, all the sort of design and the brand around the scenario was developed by a fabulous graphics team at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab. And we have Eliza and Brianna from APL with us today.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I do have a slide deck, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all. Okay, so hopefully all of you can see that. Again, my name is Eliza Bell Andrews, and I work in the college recruiting office at the JHU Applied Physics Lab. So APL was founded in 1942, and we are a university-affiliated research center. So what that means is that we are a division of Johns Hopkins University, but we do run as our own separate organization. So our main purpose is to act as a trusted advisor to our government and government sponsors. Some of those do include, like others have mentioned, the Department of Defense, NASA, Department of Homeland Security, and members of the intelligence community. We currently have over 7,000 staff members, and we are still actively growing. So most of the staff members are technical professionals, and they have a variety of different backgrounds and skill sets that are applied across different domains at the laboratory. So these are our core values. We certainly contribute our success to them. Specifically, we like to call out unquestionable integrity, trusted service to our nation, world-class expertise, game-changing impact, and a collaborative, fulfilling, even fun environment. So emphasis on a fun environment. These are a few things that we have on our campus. We have cafes, food trucks that come every Tuesday and Thursday. We have on-site gyms and fitness classes. We do have a maker space that's called Central Spark, and that is available to all employees, even interns. We have a number of sports fields, softball, tennis, basketball. We have different groups and clubs that employees can join depending on their interest, and a few others listed down here. So this is our innovation wheel. I'm not going to go through all of these today just for the sake of time, but I will touch on a few. Outside of our direct sponsor work, we do have opportunities available that are really just meant to foster innovation in our employees. So we have something like Project Catalyst that provides funding to employees that are coming up with their own solutions to critical challenges. We have a number of fellows and awards and conferences that employees can attend. We have a day called Labs of the Lab. That's really fun. It allows employees to go visit and see labs that they otherwise may not have exposure to. We have Tech Splash, our own series of APL Tech Talks, and even our own publications. So this is a nice little overview of our campus. This is our main campus right here. We do have two smaller campuses, our South Campus and our Montpelier campus. It is quite large. I believe we sit on about 453 acres. So we also have quite a large internship program at APL. We do hire interns at all different education levels, including bachelor's, master's, and the PhD level. Our only two big main requirements are that the student is majoring within a STEM field and that they at least have a 3.0 GPA or higher. So like some others have mentioned, we did recently just close our application for the summer of 2021. It closed on March 31st. We are a little far along in our intern hiring season, but we do open that back up pretty early on in the fall. So we do our intern hiring on a rolling basis. It opens back up on September 1st, and we continue to fill positions all throughout the spring. We do offer competitive pay rates. Interns are eligible for paid holidays off, and we do allow flexible start and end dates. So we also have full-time employment opportunities available. These are some of the majors that we do typically hire. And again, those opportunities are available to bachelor's, master's, and PhD students. Down here is our careers webpage. If you put that in your browser, you can learn more about the different types of opportunities. You will probably want to click on students or recent graduates. So I'm going to touch on our Discovery program just a little bit. So the Discovery program is a full-time opportunity, and it is a rotational program here at APL. So it's a select group of college grads, and they participate in 4 rotational assignments. So each rotation is 6 months in length, and throughout those rotations, they participate in different projects through different technical groups at APL. So we really just think this is a great opportunity to get broad exposure to different technical groups at APL. It's also a way for the participants of the program to find their best organizational fit, which is pretty important. It's also a nice way for the participants to network across the organization and build professional connections. And also, it's just a great way to develop their skill sets, right? That can eventually be applied across several domains. So these are the benefits we offer at APL. I'll try to go through them fairly quickly, but they are important. So for retirement, APL does contribute up to 10.5%. Most employees are eligible for that after 1 year. For health and welfare, we do have medical, dental, and vision insurance. And we also have different coverage options, so you can choose one that best fits your needs or your family's needs. We have supplemental insurance options such as life insurance, child life insurance, personal accident insurance, and long-term disability. At APL, we do have a commitment to lifelong learning, of course. So we do offer tuition coverage up to 24 credit hours per academic year. That's also at no out-of-pocket cost. So as long as you meet the requirements, APL actually does prepay that tuition coverage. For PhD students, or perhaps if you are a student that is looking to go back and get your PhD, we offer up to 200 hours of additional paid leave during the dissertation phase of your program. As far as work-life balance, most employees start off with 15 days of paid vacation, 7 sick days, major holidays off, and 1 personal day. We also offer paid time off for things like jury duty and military leave. We also have a leave sharing program. I like to mention that, especially in the pandemic. It's a nice program that allows employees to donate their leave to other employees that are in need, but perhaps have exhausted all of their personal leave options. This is our commitment to diversity and inclusion. We do feel it's important to include. So at APL, we do make a commitment to creating a diverse workforce and making sure that our work environment is inclusive. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. I do hope that you join us in the breakout rooms. We will have tech reps there with us. So if you want to learn more about opportunities, either intern or full-time, or just talk to a tech rep that works in the technical departments and sectors at APL, they will be there to answer your questions. So again, thank you for joining us. I hope to see you in our breakout room, and good luck to all.
Thank you, Eliza, and thanks to our APL folks for your ongoing partnership and support. So that takes care of the official, what I call sort of dog and pony show. What we're going to do now is we'll take between a 10 and 15-minute break right now. So opportunity to take a bio break, go get a beverage. That will give me time to open the breakout rooms and then make sure each of the sponsors have the appropriate permissions they need. So I'm going to open the rooms right now, and you should see in your Zoom application, you should see a breakout rooms option now available, and you can choose which room you'd like to visit, and they're named based on the sponsors. Everybody seeing that? And you can go ahead and just choose which one you want to go to. And I'm going to be jumping back and forth between them. So consider this sort of a 10 to 15-minute break, and I'll keep this Zoom session going till 3 p.m. And essentially, please feel free to go visit the sponsors in all their rooms. And otherwise, you're just gonna hear some radio silence. I'm gonna turn off my video, and I'll be jumping back and forth between this main session and the breakout room. So see you all later.